Hey, it's Melissa Moore and welcome to Melissa's Mile High Kitchen. Give me 5 minutes today and I'm going to teach you how to make delicious, gluten-free, dairy-free blueberry lemon scones. And they've got a special hint of almond flavoring in them. They are delicious. All right, so let's get going. We are shooting today, by the way, in the beautiful Mountain High Appliance Decor Kitchen here in Littleton, Colorado. And for more information on any of the appliances you see, go to mountainhighappliance.com. All right, so for these scones, first off, here's one thing I want you to do. You need to have 1 stick of butter that is half a cup in the freezer. And what we want is 1 packed tablespoon of lemon zest. So for these scones, we have half a cup of granulated sugar. And I want you to mix the lemon in with the sugar. All right, see how that is going? Now, if you've ever had a lemon drop martini, yeah, you know how good this is. All right, so there we go. Let's get all of our dry ingredients mixed up. So that is going to be 1.5 cups of flour. This is gluten-free, 1-to-1 flour. Now the lemon sugar. Now I also need 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And I need half a teaspoon of kosher salt. So like I said, you need a half a cup of shredded frozen butter. I tried this last night with just refrigerated butter. It's okay. It's not quite as easy to work with. All right, so here's what we're doing. We are literally just shredding the butter here. All right, ready? This is the fun part. Voila, shredded butter. Okay, so now you're gonna take this shredded butter. You are adding it to your dry mixture. I'm putting this back on the mixer, and we are going to use the whisk attachment. And this is what's going to get the butter, because it's shredded, it makes it a lot easier. And we're going to get it all little pebble sizes in here. I used this trick and I was like, oh, that was kind of nice and easy. Then they're ready to go. So I've got 2 egg whites. I've got a half a cup of dairy-free sour cream. We're putting that in there. And then I've got a half a teaspoon of almond extract. But I'm telling you, the whisk is what you want here. You really want these mixed up well. We just want to get it nice and stirred up. So I've got a half a cup of fresh blueberries. And what I'm going to do, I started to mix it and I'm like, that's not what I want to do. So what I do is, here's your scone mixture. We're getting it down into a kind of a nice ball shape here. Now we're going to add in those half a cup of fresh blueberries. Ooh, there's a little stem on that one. All right, there we go. Now we're going to fold it in. So you just take the bottom to the top. One of the tricks is we want to put it in the refrigerator. Now we can do 20 to 40 minutes. So we are going to wrap this up in saran wrap and stick it in the refrigerator. It has now firmed up. All those butters that were super soft firmed up. So what we're going to do, put a little bit of flour down on our mat. We're going to be cutting this into 6 wedges. Now, as this is happening, I have already turned on my oven and I've got it preheated all the way to 425. Now I just want you to use your hands. And we're going to press it out here into a circle, cut it right in half. Now we're going to try to do as best we can 3 equal pieces per side. All right, so this is going to make a batch of 6. Now these are ready to go in the oven for 28 to 30 minutes. Got 1 cup of powdered sugar. I have got about a tablespoon of lemon and lemon zest already in there. So let's dump in the rest of the water. That's about another tablespoon. And then get this icing going. So these are cooled scones, remind you of that. And we are just going to layer them with some icing. So if you don't want to do icing, just put the granular sugar on top and let them go. If you're somebody who wants icing, put this lemon icing on. All right, and there you go. The icing's going to harden. They'll be ready to eat. But once again, you're putting the icing on cold scones, or they've cooled off. I don't want to say cold, but they cooled off. All right, that is your gluten-free, dairy-free, blueberry lemon scone recipe. We did it in 5 minutes. For more information, you can always go to Cool 105. That's where I do my morning show here in Denver. Also, melissamoremedia.com. Until next time, thank you to our friends here at Mountain High Appliance in Littleton, Colorado. Have a great one. Happy baking.